Welcome guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video we're going to be doing another Best of One standard event, this time with Jeskai Artifacts. This deck was built by JordanXCVII. This is from a standard RCQ. This deck went 7-0, so really excited to try it out. In the description you're going to see the full playlist on moxfield.com, the full deck list. Also all the win rate statistics on untapped.gg, and then also all of my playlists as well. So I did find this one on MTG Goldfish. I'll have a link to it here as well. But jumping in, this is a deck that I've wanted to try playing for a while. I've played against it many times, but this is a slightly different version here. So with your standard Jeskai Artifacts, it is going to have kind of the main plan here of Simulacrum Synthesizer, where they're going to be playing this to start making a lot of construct tokens to eventually come in for the win. But this particular deck has not only 3 copies of Perilous Snare, Pinnacle Starcage, and Split Up, as well as Spring-Loaded Sawblades, but it's actually the main difference here is it adding in 2 copies of Weapons Manufacturing, which looks pretty interesting. So what Weapons Manufacturing does is an enchantment for 1 red and 1 other. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions, with when this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. So this is kind of an interesting effect here. And I think what they're planning to do is looking at getting some of these tokens in play and then using their Pinnacle Starcage to remove them from play. Or leave the battlefield and then do a lot of damage there to the opponent as kind of another way to win. So interesting, option here to look at, and I'm curious how it's going to play out. I think the way they made room for it is they did like shave 2 copies of Authority of the Consuls. Normally you see a full playset here, and then it has the usual kind of singleton of Fire Crystal, which they can use their Repurposing Bays to essentially go and get at the end to give everything haste and swing in for the win. Full playset here of United Battlefront, just to go and find all of the 3-drop important elements and pieces like Simulacrum Synthesizer and the Repurposing Bay to go and find everything else. The mana base is going to be a little bit different as a result, just so that they can play these Weapons Manufacturing. And it looks like they have a total of 22 land in this version. I do also have a full sideboard here for it. We are going to be playing Best of One, but the sideboard is here in case you want to try it in Best of 3. So let's go ahead and jump into an event. I did just see the recent ban notices. It looks like a couple other people have made videos on it, but it was just interesting to see that they really got rid of Vivi, Screaming Nemesis, and Prof's Eidetic Memory in Standard. So that'll be interesting to see how that changes everything. Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to trying out the Cauldron deck, but just hadn't built up the rares for it yet, so I guess that is not going to be a thing anymore. All right, opening hand looks good. We've got access to all 3 different types of mana. We have the Weapons Manufacturing, so I'm kind of curious how this plays out. We do also have some early removal if we need it, and a Repurposing Bay to find out whatever else we need, plus a synthesizer. So that sounds good. Do we want Sawblades here? I guess it's another piece of removal if we want. I think we probably, against this deck, are just going to be using Starcage. Maybe we want it. To be honest, I don't even know what we're looking for. I think maybe just a little bit more land, maybe. does have craft with artifacts, so yeah, I have never played this deck, so kind of interested to see how it all works. Should we go for this now? Whenever non-token artifact you control enters. Okay, yeah, I think this might be kind of fun to try. We could also do the Spring-Loaded Sawblades when they attack with Dark Confident next turn. And then just kind of do this later, maybe? Yeah, I guess this way we don't have to, spend the life if we're going to do the weapons manufacturing. But, sure, we'll just do that instead, I guess. Keep our life total a little bit higher. Okay, we can Sawblades the Dark Confident. And I think the next turn we can go for Synthesizer, or if we really feel under pressure, I suppose we could do like a Perilous Snare. I think I'm okay just going for the Synthesizer though. And I think we just want more land. Clay-Fired Bricks is kind of nice, gets a little bit of life back, and goes and finds a plains for us. But I think next turn we're just going to be doing probably Perilous Snare. Although I suppose on like the next turn, maybe we could do... I think maybe I'm just going to go for the land and then try to maybe like draw towards like the United Battlefront. Although we are getting a little bit low on life, so maybe we're supposed to do Pinnacle Starcage right now. They don't have a sack outlet, so that could be good. Yeah, I think Starcage actually makes a little bit of sense here. They might drain us out, though, with the Sephiroth and the Vengeful Blood Witch. I guess we'll see. Now we can go for weapons manufacturing and Perilous Snare. And I think we might want to get rid of the Blood Witch is going to be a problem, but probably Servandum just because it has Menace and it's a little bit bigger. I guess this is also nice because it makes extra artifacts for getting like larger constructs. Okay, this definitely is... I think we needed to save maybe the other Spring-Loaded Sawblades so we could repurpose it into another Pinnacle Starcage, because that's kind of where we're at right now. I think now we're just dead because we don't have time to repurpose this. So yeah, probably could have played this a little bit differently. Yeah, because they just attack in and they kill us here, I believe. Yeah, just a little bit too little too late, unfortunately. Still kind of getting the hang of the deck here. But it does seem like a cool deck. I like this weapons manufacturing idea. Yeah, and that's going to do it, unfortunately. So just a little bit different sequencing probably would have been much better for that one. 0 and 1. But it does seem like a really cool deck. I like the idea of the weapons manufacturing. Opening hand looks good. We've got mana. We have stuff to do. We have a synthesizer. Okay, against enchantments should be interesting. What do we want to do here? Maybe Multiversal Passage for blue, or we could use Fabled Passage to go and find something. I guess since we don't have 4 mana, we can just do that now. So let's use this to go and get, I think, probably white. We're going to do Multiversal Passage for blue. We need double white for split up our Starcage. And I think here we want to go for probably clay-fired bricks. Yeah, let's do blue here. So I wonder if they're holding counter magic here, or they're just trying to play soft so they can refill. What do we want to do? Could go for the synthesizer if we feel like they're playing too soft. Could also go for like a split up here, just to buy a little bit more time. I think maybe we split up here. Okay, they probably had like targeted protection and whatnot. Yeah, Entity Tracker is pretty nice though. So we could have gone for Synthesizer there, but I think maybe we just go for Battlefront. I like Repurposing Bay plus Starcage just to kind of slow him down a little bit. Yeah, that Entity Tracker is a real problem, though. So we could go for Starcage. Oh, never mind. It's just creatures and artifacts. Yeah, kind of in a tough spot here. I guess we can use Cryogen Relic to... We could lock down the Enduring Innocence. Otherwise, we could just try to play Simulacrum Synthesizer and then just hope that we don't die next turn, but that's kind of asking a lot. We also don't have the other blue for using this as ability, so I think maybe we have to go with that plan. I guess let's do Starting Town and Synthesizer. We might just be too slow here. This does seem like a nice deck. I think I'm probably just misplaying it a little bit. All right, well, we can't play Sacred Foundry face up, so we can go for Perilous Snare, I guess on Sheltered by Ghosts, plus Relic. It's not really enough, is the problem. Yeah, because we get 2 creatures, but it's just not enough. We're at 2. And we don't have anything small to... Like, we could try and get... We would need to have, like, Cryogen Relic already in play and then use that with Repurposing Bay to get, like, another sort of larger effect here. Just a little bit too little too late again. Yeah, unfortunately, just a little bit too little, too late. Yeah, that entity tracker was just great. Whew, okay, 0-2. Not looking good. Let's see if we can try to make a comeback here. All right, this opening hand looks pretty good. We've got some mana, clay-fired bricks. We have 2 synthesizers. I think just, yeah, trying to get the synthesizers out sooner is probably a lot better. We might even be playing a mirror match here. It's possible. Pinnacle Starcage. I don't think we need it against this kind of deck. Wow, triple authority. Cool. Could go for clay-fired bricks here. Kind of like that. Just start getting our synthesizers rolling. Oh my god, is this a Heir Apparent deck? This is awesome. I love this. Perilous Snare is fun. Floodfarm Verge. Do we want to have more mana? We've kind of got some mana. We can probably just go for the Perilous Snare here. Split up should be okay in this deck. I built the Heir Apparent deck for fun once. Yeah, it's a fun deck. But yeah, I think just getting the synthesizers rolling should be good. Not really sure what he's holding or what he's waiting for. Okay, Repurposing Bay seems great. Let's get synthesizer number 2 going. And our opponent is just taking all the time in the world. Those both look just great. I guess next turn we can... Yeah, let's just do it like this. Yep. All right, 1 and 2. Okay, opening hand looks good. We've got all kinds of mana. We have a Braided Net and 2 synthesizers, so happy to keep. What are we up against? Cam and Ferric Havoc Duo. Huh. So I think we just go synthesizer here. Repurposing Bay is always great. I think we do want the extra land. Yeah, I think we probably need a land that comes into play without having to pay the life, but we do need access to 5 land. Just a little bit too much damage here with this 8/8. I guess if we Perilous Snare, get rid of the 8/8, use this to block, maybe we can get through the next turn. Yeah, and unfortunately they had just a little bit too much. Oh, wow. Just a little bit too fast. Well, I'm sure I could have played those games quite a bit better. I'm just not familiar with how to play the deck. I do like the build though. And yeah, so all we have there are just those 4 games. Ended up going 1-3. And let's take a... Yeah, so 1-3. Ended up winning against a mono white deck with Heir Apparent. And took some losses here, but did have fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this is a cool deck. If you've played a deck like this, maybe you guys could throw in some of the comments what you think of this build. Again, here is the deck build, which I thought was interesting, and just kind of curious, like how it's using these weapons manufacturing to really kind of go the extra mile. But anyways, thanks guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.